Okay. So it has about 5732. So is this making? I don't think this is such a big file here. So there's something else that's causing the file to be really large.
Yeah. Huh.
So it's fairly small. If you look at the mesh in terms of, it only has about 50,732 triangles in here.
Right.
Okay. So what are the things that you're looking to accomplish on this particular model, sir?
Well, I'd like to clean it up a little bit. It needs some editing. It's a scan of a hand,
Okay.
and you can kind of see the index finger isn't real clean. I don't know if it's closed. I'm not, a total mesh guy, but I would suspect there might be some openings.
Yeah, we can go under the mesh. There's different tabs, similar to how you have it in your CAM. So we can go to repair. And one of
Okay.
the things we can identify is run a diagnostic check on this one here. And, we can just say we want to look for anything that's open, right? So I'm going to clear these boxes in here.
Okay.
Click run. It says there were no open edges on the model.
Okay. So it's closed,
So,
all right?
good. There's a closed mesh. So if there were open edges, it would mark those open edges here. It will tell you how many
Okay.
they are. It'll also display them in this particular color on the meshes.
So let me ask you, Uday, if I had imported just the point cloud from the scan, would it have been able to do this mesh inside the fingers, or is it more of a drape that just drapes it over the top?
No, we actually take the point cloud and create a mesh from it. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
So you could do exactly what I have here.
mesh from point cloud. Once you pick the point cloud, you can actually specify what do you call as the sampling size and all of that stuff. You can put it in, and you can specify it.
Okay.
Create a mesh from point cloud. Would you happen to have the point cloud still on this
You
file?
know, I don't, because when I scanned it, I'm using an older cube scanner,
Okay.
and before I save it, it allows me to make it solid. And when I did that, I lost the points from that file.
All right. Okay.
And I wasn't aware of that. I'm just kind of starting to scan and do some of this stuff, so I wasn't aware of. And I have two different scanners, and that one was actually able to make a mesh. My other one can't.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're looking to do some cleanup on these areas here?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So if you go back into this tab in here, let's say inspect and modify.
Okay.
This is where you have the tools to either smoothen up a mesh, you can remesh it, where you can specify if I go into the display and then say display the mesh wires, it displays mesh wires right there for you.
Right.
Triangles in the mesh. So I could go ahead and try to, make some changes in here, right? You want to, so you can go ahead and say you want to do a mesh smoothing. You pick the mesh that you want to smoothen out, and you can even localize it to just specific areas if you want to smoothen it. So, for example, I can say in the smooth mesh, I can just use a radius in here. I can paint a section, so it'll only smooth out that section right there.
Okay. Oh, cool.
And I can go back and click on it again here to expand. So basically, I just put in a 1-inch radius in here, right?
Okay.
So I picked that area right there, and then I can say number of iterations. I can do 1, 2, 3, or as many, and then basically it smoothens that out right there.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
So
how would you get rid of this? Yeah, how would you get rid of this part that's sticking out? Can you just delete those, remove those faces, and then smooth?
A split and then do a deletion. So you may have to, you can actually do a mesh split, or you can create like a plane in Rhino and then split it with that. So we have.
Yeah, Rhino also has the ability to remove those faces. You can take those faces out, but then you end up with an opening, right?
Yeah, we can do a close then. So we can do auto fix to automatically close it. So if you use a mesh split command, sorry.
There you go.
And you can pick the object to split, and there's no cutting object. So basically, I will have to build something in here.
No, hang on. It's easier than that. Hang on, it's easier than that. If you go to the Mesh toolbar, Mesh Tools, Mesh Tools, up one, Edit Tools, you can extract faces.
Yeah, and then do it, delete it. Okay, yeah. So extract faces.
Or delete mesh faces, either one. You have a delete right underneath that. There you go. Yeah, so and I think if you,
we could do that. So that would
it's
be
a little
more
tedious. Yeah, that's a little tedious.
Process. But then we can do an auto fix to go close it out. So
right. So I'm kind of curious on what it looks like when you go to close it. So it isn't just a.
Pick those right there, right?
Oops, one more there.
Did I miss? Okay, right here, a couple of more.
Yeah.
Okay, press enter. Okay, I left this one out. Okay, so repeat that. I'll pick this.
Oops. There you go. There you go. All right, now, okay.
So even this one, I can get rid of this if you wanted to.
Sure. Yeah, I just kind of want to look and see how this works. Yeah. I know it's a little tedious, so yeah, okay.
Now that you have this, so now if I go to repair, diagnose, it shows, or when I do a run, you see there's 4 edges that are open. It highlights those edges.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I
How come, hang on just a minute. Now when you do that and it highlights those, I'm only seeing it, like when you move it, sometimes it disappears. Like I can see the
display, it's hiding on top of the edge. So if I go ahead and hide the mesh wires, you can see it better.
Oh, I got you. Okay, all right. Okay.
Because it's sharing the same edge. So now
I got you.
I could use auto fix. Just pick that. It automatically fixes it for us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, seeing the edges would be fine if you want to turn those back on, the wire meshes or the mesh wires. Yeah. Okay.
So auto fix takes care of automatically fixing any number of holes that you have on the model.
Right. So we could go through and lop off of anything that's hanging out there and then auto fix the whole thing.
And then you can also go ahead and do there's an option to do, mesh smoothing here. I can basically just pick those mesh first, and then I can change my radius in here. Instead of 1 inch, I can say 2 inches radius, and I can just pick the radius option in here. So that basically picks everything in there. So I can either do about a surface along a normal or both directions. And you can choose an option to keep sharp edges in cases where you want to maintain sharp edges. And here I'm not maintaining sharp edges. Smoothen it.